We see for Hungary, we see Tamás playing Knightswatch Valerian Steel with all the attachments one-offs, and for Andorra we see Axel playing Stark Fealty with the open approach. Tamás is on the defense, followed by now at the gates and spike the ability to ambush Craven and the Poppy or other next attachment during what the deck is trying to do. And for Axlan, we see at the gates and barring the gates turn 2 to stop all the nasty surprises that can come from the Nightwatch from the hand. Quick overview of the decks. The game started immediately after I finished the previous one, so I wasn't able to exactly look into it. I just saw the right into it. So the board looks like in a good state, the Stark player, but the board for the Nightwatch player and for the Stark it looks amazing. Moment of time, we have a stealth, we have a non-kneeling stealth on offense. Then we are still in the marshalling in the middle of marshalling. So the Stark Fealty is running at the gates, barring the gates, here to the Iron Throne, return to the field, do Harris, Winter Festival, the winner is there. He's running off to Go Town, which is an interesting addition. We would mostly expect to see this in a crossing deck, but not in a Fealty. And I'm no one and no surprises, and 3 times Nickel the Poppy. And we can see there is a Winterfell as well. For Tamás, I'll probably need a whole night to read all the attachments. So I'll just try and stop on the most, and we see a ranging party. So now the defense looks in a good state. And for Tamás Valerian Steel deck, we see at the gates exchange of information, heads on spikes return to the field, trade routes as he's restricted, Voar the Harris and Voar Morgulis. I missed what was the restricted card for the Stark. So Stark restricted is Wyman Manderley. Most of the Stark decks are going with that at the moment. And we see a military challenge with stealth and both military icons. There is no Winter is coming in the daily list, so he could be, and we have the Wolf Melt. So Tamás could be feeling comfortable with that. From character side, we see Big John Throne that we saw in the previous game, 3 times Benjen, Seasoned Woodsman to activate all the attachments, which is the mini version of the agenda. 3 Finger Hope, Yoren 3 times, bold, very bold. Although he is amazing, I don't think he's a 3F character for sure. And then attachments. Where do I start? Sworn to the Watch, Strangle, Seized by the Guard, we see Reckless, Noble Lineage, Milk of the Poppy, Craven, Catapult, Ghost. That could be a very good engine for the Nightwatch player, which is Wolves of the Watchers on the Wall Ghost, which is an interrupt to save a character from being killed and it returns to the hand. And then events, we have Bound to the Nightmares, one Haunted Forest for the defense. I missed a little bit of the challenges, but the forward. We see power challenge with everything. So Okay, so he's saying that it's strength 9 because I want cut. Oh, like he's forgoing the military. No, the military was first, so like the intrigue was defended. I think we see a power challenge side of Tamás, and I think that will, and then maybe an intrigue. I don't expect him to do military on the board because everything is sent. Dominance will go to Axlan regardless. Maybe we'll see military intrigue. It's not a good idea to leave the Stark with a lot of chuts. These guys already finished their job, so Paiman is just ready to harvest when he hits the board. And you can see that there is a no gate, so quite a little bit of draw necessary. You see Witherfield discarded. Muki, maybe he didn't need to go that white on the board and just trade Winter. That's something that could have been worth considering. I think that just the intrigue, just the double field would have been more than it. We see you win or you die in exchange of information. Revealed, so let's see what the exchange reveals. We see catapult on the wall, Benjen, Yoren, Elder, bound to the wall, minus peak, nightmares, season movement, Master Raymond, practice blade. There is no location, but he's still getting 3 cards, and I'm curious what Alex will decide to give him. For sure, maybe a copy of Yoren. He gave him Howder, minus peak, and night. I would have considered a copy of Yoren maybe, but it doesn't do anything on the board. Howder is still very impactful with additional strength that messes up challenges. Minor speed plate, clearance still triggered for gold. There is quite an array of cards in Tamás. I'm not sure how good it is both player to go very white on the board. The double reset for the Nightwood, as mentioned earlier, and then we see to here is at the side of cards, so white board will be kept for long. I'm curious what Yoren stole, but we missed that a little bit too late. We see Strangler used in Rockstar, Valerian Steel for a gold, Master Raymond, defend the military. They took import, so I assume this Raven will also be given for playing as Master Raven with the board, unless I think unless like no nightmares. And we see Wyman hitting the bomb. This is something that I mentioned previously, that Fair Island Scout will fuel Wyman and be a pain to deal with. And we see dupes everywhere, so I with the duplicates. The dupe professor. I wonder how relevant the Valerian steel will prove in the meta with all the different small. And considering we have the Dark box coming, which is by default the attachment house, we'll see even more of that. Much past his challenges, so he will 100% dedicated on the defense. You get his icon spread there, a lot of holes in it. This is what there is every icon is at least 3 times, so for the moment he is more or less covered. In general, with the amount of stealth, strength, and standing we have proved difficult. There are a few ways that the Nepal challenge could be true. Sure. But let's see how X will approach it. We see military challenge. I'm always with the impression that Albeck has stealth on both challenges, so there is no way to turn on the wall. We see military with Albeck, one of the Bear Islands counting John Ropp. All of them were raised in the same also. Ranging party chosen for the also here looks like he is aiming just to for the two characters to be nailed. That being Shadow Tower Mason and Joren, but Joren can defend it by himself because of the miners, Dragon Glass Dagger. What happened to Halder? Or he wasn't played? Yep, Halder wasn't played in favor of Meister Raymond. We see that first played from Tamás side on Weimon to stop the trigger. Oh, now we won't see anything standing here. I wonder why Arya wasn't used on the offense, and then when priority is passed to you for action, the declaration of attackers just stand the ball immediately. That would have allowed for sure the win on the military, because Yoren and Ranger Party. So it looks like the factor here proved to be the Dragon die. power challenge. Only good icon, maybe. At least after this challenge, I think his goal should be to just get to the hand. Of course, because the more resources there are at Tamás disposal, more options there are. Also, the faction loyalist from the start of the game, so he knows all the ins and outs of the faction. And he's done well in many tournaments. A big power challenge. 11. Oh. Now I don't think there is a way to include charge. Would have been 9 if with Janus and Raymond if the challenge was done with Captain Wyman, and now just on the power. The two claim power wouldn't prove that much in the long run, considering there is a ball trigger. Mr. Ever return to the hand for the card. Let's see what was left in the hand of Alex. We see off to go town for the puppy. Oh, for sure, with off to go town. There was for sure the option to push through the challenge. He returned to the fields, side from the Stark side, and then trade route for Nightwatch. Both players are looking Icon to refute him. We see all 3 cards sacrificed here. Both Baron, Skyot, and Recon. 3 cards and 3 gold, and then will be why not there? Oh, because Wyman trigger, and because they're the cards are sacrificed at once. One trigger, not 3. We see John and Hop hitting the board, and there are all the trades are on the board. No stealth shenanigans, but unfortunately there is no stand play access and for John. There is still a few gold left in also of Tamás, there we can see ambush the attachment, maybe guard duty. Being first with stealth will probably see if you intimidate. During a challenge, okay, so the challenge during the challenge, those will be. I don't expect Tamás to do any challenges here again and focus on defense. Maybe when he finds one call, he'll be a little bit more offensive with it, just leaving the bare minimum for defense. But now I don't see it going right out of offense. I don't expect to see a reset anytime soon. That being said, not more bullet for sure. Maybe to Harris. I'm curious, was there sworn to the watch in Tamás? There is one sworn to the watch in Tamás deck in ER. Is there something to send John? No. So currently within the deck I don't see any option to send John, and there is no view of the hand. So we see a chicken trick challenge for sure. Trying to force the dark player to drop resources. Nightmares immediately. So we see Milk of the Poppy ambushed, triggering for a card draw. And then went for the intrigue challenge. That was a nice little bait. Because the Poppy never truly exited the meta. Been seen here there, but for example, Strangler was never something that commonly seen. There was a lot of noise around it when it came out, but it doesn't look like it made that much of an impact. It is way too expensive. Now we see Nightmares used on Arya to prevent the stealth. And with this, all 3 Nightmares are gone. Military challenge with a chain. I expect the Shadow Tower match. There is no other stealth although of Alex. Here on all problem. Also there is not that much strength. The shower indeed. Challenge. Again after this there is good array of icons and the next spell for defense, so I don't expect to see the bow being knelt. But I wonder if he'll decide to try and take it one of the, although there is almost no strength at his side with considering the Strangler and the Vimon being milk with challenge. Did Tamás decided the first player he was made quite was made first player? I missed that moment in the game. Yep, Alex chose like you just try to knew a little bit before. I don't think he has nearly enough strength to oppose, or even when just don't. Interesting thing is that the term that I said earlier that if he maybe didn't marshal and just played the Winterfell then there he could have been okay the bomb from the wall. But other than that, there are not that many challenge triggers within the Nightfall deck that prove that impactful to be stopped. I expect defense with John for the card draw. We see on gate sacrifice card. To see low and down. How much? They wanted to how much spend. And up to next. I think Alex is in a position where he would probably like to do carries, but that will not leave him in a very spot, although Tamás at this moment of time is losing a lot more, but he has a lot more resources. Although the Winter Festival into return fight, Tamás is expecting the reject and he forces Alex to be first. Turn to the fuse is not summer. The festival will trigger. But looking at the board, Tamás is on a very easy closing distance. Nightfall. We see Yoren, Raven, sacrificed for the like he found another one. Without taking a hop. And I wonder if you'll see a steal. Maybe Caitlyn or maybe Alyssane. They are all over good targets. Unfortunately, there is no current hole running around start. So looks like there will be another big character for reducing the field to melt. In the dupe. And Scepter now Sansa is a Tricon. There is not enough space to show all the icons. And Strength on visually heavy game. I wonder if I can something about this in the settings and I will check next game. For let's always see Yoren. Maybe Catelyn. Oh, so he is denying this way. He is denying stealth. I don't think that matters. This Time of the game. Hopefully there was no renowned character marshal. We see obsidian arrows marshal. If you've never seen this card, I will not be surprised. It's basically a real world bow, but with bestow. You see and the dragon lord dial that fell from Yorin is now touched to snow. To the wall. The obsidian arrows, like I said, real world bow with with bestow and giving -3 stand instead one, and we see seized by the guard marshal and bestowed for 2. Winterfell, so this may be the game. The next 2 pots for Tamás are resets. So if he couldn't hold again now, I wonder what. In case of reset for the Stark, that being the carries, I'm expecting to see Lysane Caitlyn get tape for support. And for the Nightwatch player, depending how this ends, but for sure John, Finger Hope, and Stuart, or John, Tower, Mason, and Stuart. Interesting to see that both players like to be drawing at the same pace. Looking the nature of Tamás's deck, I would think he would be a little bit faster, but he drew 30 something. You see the same for the Stark. So there is not that much card advantage presented here, but looks like all the Valerian still for use both. We see military challenge with the same. Current. Someone randomly will end it. But the game has feeling that gives the feeling that is they're currently just going through the mode. Maybe the incoming resets could prove useful, but I think that Tamás is way ahead. That will face him. He said depending on the totals after this turn, there is a lot of flexibility of his side of the board what save, not Alex. I'm expecting just a power challenge. Or maybe power enemy. Stealth. He's going first in the challenge. Caitlyn maybe. And intimidate. I'm looking for Tamás, he didn't find any of the Wonko, actually only one. Or is there even a Wonko in the deck? There is that. Get the Wonko by now. Over. First rank with pop in the user. Just pause it. Luckily for Alex, there is no access to the price gold currently, unless there is a zero cost attachment in the hand of Tamás. Give him gold and then give him access down to the wall. We've seen only one, I think, or we haven't seen any actually. So that looks ability where he could find the vast renown in the inside from John. So we see a power challenge for 11 with just John and Arya, Stealthy, Gold, Rob, Vyman. I would have probably stealth Caitlyn and Vyman, which leaves just 3 strength on defense, but Spikey is thinking how to intimidate. Rob is 1 strength during the challenge, so there is no problem there leaving unstealthed and stealthing something impactful. Caitlyn. Okay. Rob. Seven. 14. The row and dominance. And now we will for sure see a reset from Tamás side. And maybe Alex will match it. We see 2 power for the festival as well for Alex. Okay, so the agenda is just an action out to the question that it will be something called the ambush mechanic. Could be only used during just not the case. We see top triggered for, I don't remember how many turns he's on the board, but triggered every time. Now we see the Harris. And I wonder if Alex can beat him on initiative. So we see match to Harris, and Alex decides who will be first. So he decides he'll go first. Resolves out of order Harris, but that being against he has to choose first. I don't think here the software prompts it, so you don't know what the opponent decided, but real life the first player has to choose his character first, regardless who the is. Okay, so it prompts it. So we see Caitlyn, Lysane, and Septa. Yep. And John, Shadow Tower, Mason, and Stewart at the wall. Like I managed to guess correctly. And over after. Okay. Okay, so looks like Alec was head of the bases for a moment. Yep. And we have sealed by the card. Discarding a gold, of course. You see the Fury country go Asa. Currently only one dead character. And Asa is 5 because of Septa, so she has also renown. Sure, Powder will be one with the Duke. Yeah. Okay, I think that's the moment that you press button. Guard duty, Jontron. Gold. No remorse from Tamás, paying everything until the end. Much to say just next. See what Alex will decide to do here. But there is no renown at the site of Tamás. Renown challenge. I said earlier that you should never give up until the 15th power, but I don't really see a way what could go wrong here. Five. Alex is not giving more, which is commendable at this point. Then mess with everything, triggering guard duty. Another one of the attachments that we will never see outside of Valerian Steel deck. Similar to first edition Dark World, there were a lot of events that never saw play. Interview challenge with Jonathan. That's game. Waiting for the confirmation. Not an armor use to stand Caitlyn. Pose the challenge. Looks like it's not over yet. Pose challenge. Claim is to go down. Oh, he plays after goes on to give icons to Sansa, but then she's intimidated. John and with the power. GG Bolt, well played game from I think from both sides. Maybe Winterfell could have come a little bit earlier, but that's the only thing I saw. Don't pay attention to Tamás. He's always like that. So we'll see you in the next games. That will probably be the end for tonight for me. Getting paid. You maybe tomorrow. Just quick look at the bracket. This is so with this it will be 2 wins to 1, 2 wins to 0 for within the on the side. Okay, looks like time to go. Bye bye.